Good morning, JT, TickerMonkey.com here. Let's talk about NVIDIA one more time. So we did a hot take. It's pretty popular. Got some good feedback from you. There were things learned. Let's talk about a little bit more here. So we know on NVIDIA that this 624 day, the range here, 124.46 high, 118.04 low. We can see how important it's been. We had an equal distribution of days above that range and the same days below until now. We're starting to balance out with more days below. Now, what I want to talk about is in some prior videos, we talked about how to mitigate a 3-bar break to the downside, upside, whatever. You got to take back half the range. Now, it gets a little different when there's a gap involved. You got to equate the true range there. So how do we do that? Now, you can see last week we had a 3-bar break on NVIDIA. Now, we've got to calculate this by taking this close. Instead of going the high and low of this day, add them up, divide by 2, get the half point there. What we do is we take this close and add it to this low, then divide by 2. And so what we've done here is we've marked off what that level is. And that's 121.16. Now, interestingly, the next day, the high here was 121.75. Now, it pushed up through there a little bit and failed. So you didn't take back the halfway point. You had failure there. This is something I talk about in the 3-bar break video. You have to watch for that. You actually want to close back and reestablish yourself. You can see on all these 3-bar breaks over here, it never did that, Now, there was this run up in here where it did take back half of this, but then failure point here, you never took it back. You started to take it back over here, but then here we go again. Close 3-bar break. Wasn't textbook. It didn't close below. We've talked about that. But this is textbook. This is proper. This is not closing back. So we have a pivot here at 121.16. If you just simply took the range of this day, that works out to 120.57. You can make a mental note of that too if you'd like. Now, same thing here. On Tuesday when we came back, we gapped. So we've got to, account for this gap here. So this, going from this close, what is that close? 119.37 down to this low 107.29. What that works out to be is 113.33. Mark it off. Well, what was today's failure point? The high from, yesterday was 113.27. So it's very interesting how, the algorithms are programs of this stuff. So you got to learn how to pick it out, mark it up, and don't get lost in the sauce of anything else that's being talked about or going on. Just price, price, price. That's all it is. Price, price, price. Now, if we want to add another layer into this, which, I had this on the chart already, but I ran a clean chart for these little videos. But we can mark this up real quick. And I'll just show you, because what NVIDIA did was it really rallied up to about, I think it was like 78.6 to the dot and rolled up here in this handle area. Incorrect value. What did I do? I'm sorry. There we go. All right. So hold on. This is what happens when you do this stuff too late at night, right? 90.69. I'm about to go to bed. All right, there we go. So you can see how, you had your high to low, and then we had our bottom on August 5th, and we rallied up, and it was a sharp rally. It rallied up to the 78.6% line. And now here we are dropping back below it, 61.8. That's 61.8. You can see there's your resistance, What was support becomes resistance. Never good. So here we are. We're going to see tomorrow, today, whatever time you're watching this. 102.51 is what we're looking for. So we're watching for that to hold. And if it can't, it is possible, if the market's rolling too, we'll see. We've got the same situation there, but I consider this to be wave number one. And this whole messy structure here could be wave two, and this could end up being a wave three. We'll see. But that's where we're at right now. All I know is if we start to take back these halfway points and close above them, then we'll see what things look like and we'll go from there. You know, I didn't catch the roll down in the afternoon, but I knew that this was pretty much sold out off the open yesterday. And so I played this to the long side. This and Tesla, I played yesterday, made my day early in the morning on the opening drive, and that was it. You know, messed around with a couple other things, but you know, could have walked away for the day. But anyway, all right, we'll end it. And that's just some things to look for. Remember, you got to find the halfway point on these 3-bar breaks. And if there's a gap, you have to account for the prior day's close to the low of the gap day. So that's all.